that we've seen nationally since the beginning of May.
Hawaii still has the highest price at $3.75 a gallon, followed by California at $3.61. Then it was Alaska at $3.37. I'm John Clemens.
A new study by RentTop.com has named Chicago as the rat capital of America with a total of just over 50,000 rat complaints in 2017. The study compared complaints from Boston, Chicago, New York City, Washington, D.C., and found that Chicago topped the list with just over 1,800 complaints per 100,000 residents. This is USA Radio News.
YMCAs are so much more than a gym. It's the ultimate destination for family fun. Sign up today for a family membership and experience all that your local YMCA has to offer, like Friday night family field trips or parents' night out, only $5 for 3 hours of fun for the kids while mom and dad take a break. With free childcare, free group classes, action-packed water parks, and state-of-the-art fitness facilities, why is not the question, but the answer. Visit LasVegasYMCA.org for more information.
The Harlem Globetrotters will bring their amazing feats of basketball world tour to Las Vegas at the Thomas & Mack Center Sunday, August 12th. Witness amazing Globetrotter moments that become unforgettable Globetrotter memories. And experience the antics that will have kids of all ages laughing the entire time. Don't miss the world-famous Harlem Globetrotters at the Thomas & Mack Center, August 12th. Tickets are available at UNLVtickets.com. That's UNLVtickets.com. Get ready to indulge at Salud Mexican Bistro and Tequileria. Located at 8125 West Sahara Avenue, Salud Mexican Bistro is a purveyor of modern dining with a Mexican twist created by Chef Israel Reyes and a craft tequila bar with over 100 different tequilas. Enjoy fine dining dishes in a casual atmosphere. Check them out online at saludmexicanbistro.com. That's saludmexicanbistro.com.
Lucky's Lounge and Restaurant is on the corner of Jones and Warm Springs. Friendly staff, loose video poker, and now serving food from 11 a.m. to 3 a.m. every day. Brand new menu, which includes many vegetarian options. Come out and play pool, watch the game on one of their many TVs, or join us on Thursdays for trivia night. For more information, check them out online at luckysloungelv.com. That's luckysloungelv.com. Are you ready to get lucky?
The thoughts and opinions expressed in the following program are those of the program's participants and do not necessarily represent those of station staff, management, and advertisers.
Are you looking for someone to provide training to your sales staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas, and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs.
It's that time. It's time for Aaron's Hour. Aaron's Hour. Your source for information, inspiration, motivation, and fun. If you're looking to talk politics or religion, this show's not for you. Aaron's Hour. Aaron's Hour. Conversations with the opinion makers, movers and shakers, risk takers, and your phone calls at 702-221-7283. That's 702-221-SAVE. Aaron's Hour. Aaron's Hour. Hosted by longtime Las Vegas broadcaster, author, motivational speaker, and member of the Las Vegas Entertainers Hall of Fame, Aaron Phillips. In seminars across the country, he's inspired and motivated thousands. Now, he's going to inspire and motivate you. And he'll do it with passion, style, and his trademark sense of humor. Now, here is the host of Aaron's Hour, Aaron Phillips.
Happy Monday, July 23rd to each and every one of you out there. I am Aaron Phillips. It's what it says to me in the mirror every day when I wake up and see that face come back at me. Thank you for joining me here on today's show for Aaron's Hour, coming to you live from 1400 AM KSHP Las Vegas, the home of your Vegas Golden Knights. Why am I talking about hockey? Hockey's over, Danny.
I know it's going to start up soon.
I know it's true. It's just like when the season ends, hockey season starts all over. Baseball completed its midsummer classic with the All-Star game, and that means we're in the second half there, which means the trade deadline's coming up a week away, where we get to see which players besides Manny Machado is going to move all over the place. Everybody's going to wheel and deal. It'll be like a Monopoly board with people.
Is Bryce Harper going anywhere?
Bryce Harper is a free agent at the end of the year. And
okay.
we'll see what happens. He's expected to get one of the richest contracts, as is Mike Trout is going to be out there next year. So it'll be interesting to see as teams start dumping to make room for some of these free agents, kind of like what the Lakers did with LeBron. Who knows what'll happen. But in the meantime, we got a lot going on today. My show is action-packed as always. I hope your seatbelt is buckled. Those of you watching on Facebook, thank you so much. Those of you, shout out to anybody and everybody listening on podcasts later on, whether it's the audio or video. You can check it out on AaronPhillipsVoice.com. If you missed this show or any of the past shows, please go there and check it out. But those of you watching on Facebook can see, yet again, I am not alone here in studio. I don't mean just Danny. Danny's a great guy to have in studio, but I have a gentleman with me sitting to my right, those on the, well, still on your right, I guess, if you're watching on video. Former NFL player, but more importantly, the founder of the Victor B. Cohen Foundation here in Las Vegas, Mr. Victor Cohen. How are you, sir?
Doing great. Thanks for having me.
Oh, my absolute pleasure. You know what, Danny? There's very few times where I feel extra safe in a studio.
Yeah.
Sitting next to Victor, ain't no one going to come in and bother us in the studio today.
Nope.
Because not only is he a former player, he's in shape. He has physical training and nutrition. I mean, you might be good to talk to him, too, about some of the things that might help you down the road as well.
Right.
But more importantly, though, in all honesty, he's using his strength, and I don't mean just his physical strength, but his knowledge and his strength of connections and relationships. He started a foundation a couple of years ago to help the kids of our community, physical fitness, obesity, child diabetes, all that sort of stuff. And we're going to talk today after the break. We'll get into more detail, but tomorrow night at Samba Lattes, right?
Absolutely.
Is what? Why don't you announce it?
So basically, it's my first inaugural back-to-school backpack and school supplies drive. I'm excited. It's my first one, and I'm ready to rock and roll. I'm getting a lot of support from the community.
Good.
And, I mean, I'm just excited. I have I can't wait to see people's faces when they see this memorabilia that I have.
Oh, yeah, and if you've been following my Facebook page, or Victor's, of course, he's been posting out their teases, and he's been posting pictures of the NFL helmets of all the great Hall of Famers. The one you posted yesterday of the, 17 or so, or 12, 18 Hall of Famers on there. I reposted that. So go to my Facebook page, and you can see the names listed there, Dan Marino and Roger Staubach. I think
Brad Farr, you name it.
You name it. They're on there.
Roger Staubach, the list is long.
And this is part of a silent auction item, which is also going to, silent auction, there's going to be other items. We'll get into more details after the break. But real quickly, it is tomorrow night at Samba Lattes up at Boca Park, Charleston and Rampart from 6 to 9 p.m., so you can bring your donations during the event. And I also put out there, if anybody who can't make it tomorrow would like to make a contribution of stuff, then they can private message me directly, and I will make arrangements to get the stuff from them to get it to the foundation.
That'll be great. That'd be great.
So please feel free to reach out to that. Okay, so we're going to get to more details on that after the break. But first, Danny, as always, I want to start with some headlines I saw over the weekend.
All right.
First, I got to start with this one. When someone wants to try to do something for the first time in their life, usually they know their parameters and what they can and can't do. Well, my wife and my daughter's leaving Saturday for a trip to Japan and Thailand and China for the Rent show that she's on. They decided this morning to go up to Mount Charleston for hiking, to one of the waterfalls and stuff.
Mary Jane Falls.
That's the one.
Yeah, it's a good hike.
So, yeah, it's about 4 or 5 miles, I think. And after what my wife and I did in Lake Havasu last week, hiking 4 miles, now she feels ready to go.
Feeling good.
But my wife forgot to factor in the height of this hike.
The elevation.
Go up
the elevation?
The switchbacks.
The switchbacks. And the view over the mountains.
Oh, is she a heights person?
She is afraid of heights.
Oh, yeah.
Uh-oh, that's not good.
No,
probably stay away from those.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, of course, it was too little too late when I got a text from my daughter. She says, it would help to know that Mom is afraid of heights when taking this hike.
Absolutely.
And she sends me a picture of my wife just kind of sitting on the ground like, help me get out of here.
Right.
Like a deer in headlights.
Exactly. I would almost say like after the deer met a car is kind of what the look she had on her face.
Waiting for the helicopter to come
Waiting
get
for
her.
help. But
Exactly.
she'll get down the mountain slowly. But, yeah, you would think when you embark in something like that, you kind of know what your limitations would be. And I learned that out early on when we moved here because we took a trip up to the top of the stratosphere.
Oh,
and
boy.
we fly, and she didn't, but we got up to the observation deck outside. We had friends with us in town, and she's holding on to the railing. She was white-knuckled. I could not pry her hands off to walk her back a little bit. She was just like,
She had the kung fu grip.
Oh, kung fu grip. I think she bent the pole, holding on to that thing. So know your limitations when you take on some new projects. But that's neither here nor there. Okay. On a light sports note, okay, over the last couple of days, you being a sports fan, I know both of you are, baseball has always come in question about its umpiring and their abilities to get things accurate and right and everything, okay? So the first one I noticed this week was a clip from down in Mexico during a baseball game, okay, where the batter, first batter of the game, okay, the pitcher throws the pitch, batter fully swings. Strike three should have been called, right? The umpire just sits there.
Asleep at the wheel.
Was he sleeping for real?
He zoned out. So here's what he had to do. What did he do? He relayed down to the first base umpire, who should have fully seen that this guy took a full swing.
Yeah. He wasn't paying attention. Oh,
he was.
They called a ball four on the guy. The guy swung. Oh, my God, the manager.
Is this like a league in Mexico?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, my God.
And I don't remember the teams, but you can find it on it. So this was a swinging strike. Swinging strike.
Oh,
I mean.
And he called a ball.
He didn't call anything.
Oh, he didn't call anything?
The home plate umpire
Oh,
just
wow.
sat there looking at the pitcher, which normally when you give no reaction's a ball, right?
Yeah.
Space cadet.
Zoned right out. And then he went down to the first base umpire for the appeal.
And that guy.
And he goes,
I don't know.
because he didn't watch it.
Yeah, ball.
Are you kidding me? So I don't know what they're doing, but we know here in America the umpiring is always questions, and the biggest question you have are balls and strikes.
Yeah.
Okay. I would hope and hate to think that Major League Baseball umpires would miss a swing right in front of them as a called strike, but it can happen, as we saw in Mexico. But I saw a clip from yesterday's Arizona Diamondbacks, which of course we carry here on KSHP, and the Colorado Rockies. Okay. So the batter for the Diamondbacks is up. I forget who it was, and the pitcher, the guy had two strikes. It was top of the ninth. Diamondbacks were losing, and he throws a pitch, okay, that was off the plate inside. I mean, the catcher, it didn't even graze the home plate in any way, shape, or form. Down at the batter's back right foot, because he was a righty batter, right?
Right.
You could see in the strike zone box that they put up on TV, he missed it by a mile. Umpire calls it a strike three.
Uh-oh.
You talk about Rockets, red glare.
I think that happens in a lot of sports, to be honest with you.
Look, I'm all for the human element, because that's why I don't like instant replay in football and in baseball. You know, it's the human element of the game. But, yeah, well, we know it happens a lot more in traditional baseball, because these umpires are graded on these things in order to call playoff games in the World Series.
Exactly.
And some are not retained the following year if their numbers are so bad, you know. But to miss a pitch that bad, and to miss a swing strike in Mexico, and the guy calls it a ball.
Wow!
Oh my God! You should, folks, go out on YouTube and you can see these things out there. Google it. I mean, the one in Mexico was just. I mean, look, with all due respect, Stevie Wonder could have seen this was a strike.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
This is how obvious it was. All right, two quick notes before we go to break. Number one, did you see Roseanne is coming back to a talk show?
Oh boy.
Yes. Although I will say, not coming to a regular network.
Oh, okay. So
she is going to be hosting a show that is going to be brought up on YouTube.
Oh, on YouTube. Okay.
Yes. So according to the bio of this show, not that she has any issues with this,
right,
but suffice to say, her show is going to be totally unfiltered.
I bet.
So
that's right up her alley.
Exactly. That's why she needs YouTube or internet radio where there's no control. So that's going to be coming up soon. I may just watch a show or two just for the heck of it, just to see how bad she gets.
Yeah.
But yeah, so she's coming back on.
Well, you know how she feels about number 45.
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Exactly.
And by the way, those two numbers equal 9.
I was just going to say, I got a lesson from Victor before he came on about the significance of the number 9. That's his hat brand, and he uses that for his logo.
Okay.
And how his daughter was born 9999.
Wow.
9999. That's her birthday.
Wow.
And then the other significance in the Bible about the number 9 with Jesus and everything else. Now, here's the thing. When you and I met at Sambalate a few weeks ago, I told you about the significance in the Jewish religion of the number 18, right?
Right.
In Jewish religion, number 18 is a lucky number.
Okay.
Any multiples thereof, 18, 36, et cetera, you're wishing somebody that many more times luck in their life.
Okay.
Okay. What's half of 18?
9. Feng Shui.
How's that? Is that crazy?
9.
That's crazy.
It's very powerful.
Crazy.
Wow. Very powerful.
Last but not least, and I got to go to break. We saw over the weekend, you and I talked about this with Dan the Lawyer Man on Saturday.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Michael Murphy, the Navy SEAL who was lost in war, and his memorial in Long Island. Did you see that in the news?
Yeah.
That the round memorial plaque, I guess, was vandalized, and the country was very upset, of course. And I read the story Saturday morning. They found they found the culprit. It was a 14-year-old teenager from Ronkonkoma, Long Island.
Okay.
Who desecrated it, and the family took a very interesting and nice position about it. They hope somebody can get to the young person, to the young boy, and have him understand the significance of his actions and what it meant to the United States, let alone the
obviously
family.
he didn't know.
He didn't at the time. He didn't.
Yeah, because being 14, you do a lot of stupid things.
Yeah, exactly, exactly. So, but at least they caught the person who did it. I don't know what they're doing about replacing the thing or the stone, or what they're doing to the young boy. Hopefully, just community service and education, and but hopefully things will move on accordingly. So, all right, so. With that, it's time for our first break already.
Already.
Unbelievable.
Goes by so quick.
I told you to buckle your seatbelt, folks. Thank you for listening to Aaron's Hour, coming to you live from KSHP 1400 AM Las Vegas. When we come back on the other side, more with Victor B. Cohen and his backpack and school supply drive right after this.
Do you wake up every day with little aches and pains? Or worse yet, were you injured in a car accident? Were you injured just getting out of bed? If you said yes to any of the above, then you need to call Doctors Danielle Buda and Jody Altman from the Centennial Wellness Center. Located in the Northwest Centennial Hills area, Dr. Buda and Dr. Altman make sure that every treatment provided is tailored to your specific aches and pains. The entire staff is dedicated to making sure that the finest chiropractic care is given to each and every patient. Call 702-458-2225 to schedule your free consultation. Centennial Wellness Center, 702-458-2225.
How many times have you looked back at your staff and wished there was a better way to know how well they'll perform at their position? Over time, how much money have you wasted on the wrong hire? Guess what? There's a better way. Upside Business Solutions gives you the tools to understand how your staff will reach peak performance. Other personality assessments, such as DISC, Myers-Briggs, and StrengthsFinder, does not tell you how someone will perform. Upside Business Solutions uses the Colby assessment to identify the natural way an individual will take action. With this assessment, the candidate will have the natural ability to meet the job expectations you establish to find the best hire. Contact Vicki at 702-506-2960 to schedule a consultation. Mention Aaron's Hour and receive 15% off a Colby A assessment. When you're ready to uncover the mystery of human performance, call Vicki at 702-506-2960 to help bring out the best in your people.
From the frozen tundra, that is Lambeau Stadium. Welcome back to Aaron's Hour. Getting in the mood. Players, camps open up in a week or two, don't they?
Absolutely.
Right? So did you see Josh Gordon's news come out today?
No,
Did you see that?
What happened to him?
He officially announced that he will not be ready for the start of the season because he's not going to go to training camp. He may be available for the start of the season because he needs to go in for he needs to take care of some mental and other medical issues that at this time is best for him.
I see.
Everybody can read into that any way that they want to, but it's unfortunate. The guy's a talent.
I mean, it happens with some of these athletes.
Absolutely.
They're under so much pressure and things happen. So
Sure.
That's life.
Absolutely. Want to give a quick shout out to those watching currently on the Facebook Live. Hello, Amanda Romy from Italy. We are international. Mr. Frank Marino, I am honored that you are tuned in to watch us. Frank is, of course, the famed entertainer here in Las Vegas who did the Diva Show for many, many, many years. Frank, I hope your show comes back somewhere. My daughter Radar, Diana, Scott's out there, and everybody else listening and watching, we thank you so much. All right, joining me, as I said, to my right, as you saw and as you heard from him before, Victor is an NFL alumni member since 2006 and was with the Cincinnati Bengals in 1992. But more importantly, it was in 2016 when he launched his foundation called the Victor B. Cohen Foundation. Officially, welcome to the show, Victor.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
My pleasure. Listen, we'll get you back one day. Maybe during the football season, we'll get you come back. We'll talk NFL stuff.
Oh, yeah.
But I want
Oh, yeah.
Maybe you'll be my official football correspondent. We'll talk about NFL.
We're going to do some great things together
Yes,
anyway.
we are. Yeah, I know we are. And I can't look. I'm so excited. I can't wait. But more importantly, we're going to spend the time today talking about your foundation, which I think is probably the most important thing in Las Vegas that's going on right now. So, if you would give us a little history, why you started the foundation, what your focus is about for the foundation.
Well, the objective for my foundation is prevention, and so basically, I started the foundation on four reasons. So when I lost my mom to cancer, that hit me hard.
Oh, sorry to hear that.
And I lost my youngest brother to gun violence. And then I lost my sister from, complications of obesity.
Okay.
Heart attack.
Okay.
And then I lost my uncle to diabetes. And then there's more losses in my family.
Sure.
So that's the main reasons why I started this.
Okay.
So with my sports background, it was a great platform to give back and position these kids, who are our next generation.
Absolutely.
And to empower them and, put them in a position to be productive with life and on and off the field, whether they pursue sports or not. You know what I mean?
Sure, absolutely. Give them something more of a focus outside of video games and things like that.
Absolutely. As of right now, we are as of this week, I'm completing my 5th week of my free sports camp.
Did you say free?
Yes.
Free?
So yeah, because if you think about it, there's a lot of camps out here. They offer a paid camp, so the parents have to pay.
Right.
But I say, let me do something different and offer a free camp, which, it helps the underprivileged and at-risk kids. You know, it keeps them productive and they learn some things. You know what I mean?
Right.
So we're gonna do something very special for them at the end of the week.
Is it? Oh, so it's a weekly camp?
Yeah, it was. Well, like I said, this is our 5th and final week of the camp.
Okay.
And
same kids all 5 weeks, or do you rotate the participants?
Actually, as the camp went on, we got new kids involved, which is great. So the kids get T-shirts. We got water and snack sponsors.
Nice. So what is a day like? I don't mean to divest off the foundation, but for those listening, what do you offer during the week for the participants?
Well, what we do non-contact sports conditioning drills.
Okay.
I teach them discipline, camaraderie. With, with new people they never met before.
Teamwork, yeah.
So we also do soccer.
Okay.
Like t-ball, wiffle ball.
Okay.
Flag football, of course.
Of course.
And kickball, and and we have some fun.
Excellent. That's great. I'll tell you what. What's the age range?
7 through 18.
Damn, I'm a couple of days older than 18. I can't
and
sign up.
You know what's so funny? Last week, the kids were, they were having so much fun. I had to get out there and
join them.
I had to get out there and show them I still had it.
It's nothing like when you're challenged by 7 to 18-year-olds.
And these guys are like, they thought they were fast. I'm like, let me show you some speed.
What's your time in a 40? What was it when you played, and have you timed yourself?
When I did my 40, my best time was 4.69.
Okay, that's not bad.
Yeah.
If you did it now, what would it be?
Probably 10.0.
Mine, they have to time by a sundial. I learned that in hourglass. But no, that's great. And you've had the camp running pretty much since you opened the foundation for the kids. Is that right?
Well, no, the camp. This is our inaugural year for the camp.
Oh, okay.
And so this is our first year. I wanted to do it last year, but the timing was bad.
Okay.
So this year I said, you know what? We got a late start because didn't have the right support.
Okay.
But now, I had the right support, so the timing was better.
Excellent. No, that's great. And we'll get to how to contact Victor for all this information to sign your kid. But it is the last week of the camp this week.
Yes.
And as a matter of fact, from here, he's going up to the camp for noontime start. He will be there on time, kids, so don't worry about it. I'll get him out of here on time.
So if you are in Las Vegas and you have a kid that you want to get them off the couch and get them off the video games, come to 1400 North Rampart. It's the Las Vegas Sports Park.
There you go. Oh, yeah, there.
Field number 2.
All right.
And, we get the party started.
That's it. All right. Yeah, it's right up there. Like you said, it's on Rampart, just under the Summerlin Parkway, right near the Summerlin Parkway.
Yes.
They have farmers market there every Wednesday, that whole facility. It is. It's a great facility. It's a great facility. You'll love it up there. No, it's good. That's great. All right. So what other things have you done with the foundation thus far? What other things have you supported? So, because you've only had the foundation 2 years, and I'm sure you've had it pretty busy.
Well, I try to think outside the box with creating, opportunities to keep funds coming to the foundation.
Sure.
I host an annual all-white event.
Okay.
And it's very, affluent.
Okay. I don't know if I'll be there, Danny. It's affluent.
So I do a fundraiser dinner for the veterans, with, especially, PTSD and veterans and their families. So I work at a couple of organizations here in town.
Okay.
So I got my kids camp and.
But you've also been involved in things like Make-A-Wish, cystic fibrosis.
Oh my
some of the larger programs.
I've been involved with charities for the last 2 decades. As an athlete. And Make-A-Wish Foundation, Cystic Fibrosis Foundation, dream date auctions. I mean, I've done it all.
Okay.
I've done it all.
And those are all great organizations. I'm a big believer, though, when you're in a community, to support the community and what you do, I think is the way to go. You can broaden after that, but to get your grassroots sunk in your local community. And it's great that you're doing these kind of things for the kids.
Let me tell you, last year when I was approached by this organization here in town, we came together collectively for, 8 people in the room. And so what happened was, as a unit, 8 people, we were all supposed to collect 500 backpacks total. So they had about 8 or 9 numerous drop-off, locations. So the issue was a lot of the backpacks were getting stolen.
Out of the donation bin?
Absolutely.
Oh, my.
So how can you have a productive backpack drive if there are no backpacks there?
Yeah, exactly.
So what I did was I took it personally, and so what I did was I contacted a few resources, and I came up with 500 backpacks myself.
Wow.
For the City of North Las Vegas Community Center.
Okay.
And so therefore, I didn't want to team up with other people this year. I decided to do my own drive.
Right.
And make it unique.
Sure.
So the backpack drives are, for this year, I'm going to supply an entire elementary school with backpacks, with school supplies.
And how many, you say an entire elementary school, how many students?
Between 500 or 600 kids.
There you go. Wow. Okay, wow, that's great. That's great.
So that's my goal. And I don't know if anybody who's ever done that here before.
Not that many.
But I'm not really concerned with that. I'm just staying in my own lane.
Absolutely.
And just doing what God gave me the gift to do.
That's right. I mean, who cares if anybody else has done it? It's more important that you focus with your foundation.
So, I had to give thanks to God because he put me in a position to help back.
Absolutely.
To give back. You know what I mean?
Absolutely. No question. Absolutely. I mean, during my community service days when I was part of Kiwanis International, we used to do backpack drives. My wife's an educator in the school district, so we would help out. And at best, I think we topped 50 to 75 backpacks full of supplies.
Well, my first
not that doesn't
500.
Hurt. No, I got you. I'm saying 500 is a great
huge.
number.
That's great for the first time.
Yeah, absolutely.
But I mean, I just I set high expectations of myself, and I just try to reach the goal.
Absolutely. And tomorrow night, Samba Lattes up at Boca Park. It's Boca Park. My mouth's not working with my brain this morning. 6 to 9 p.m. at Samba Lattes. We're going to talk about what else you got going on tomorrow night. We're going to talk about the specifics of the event because, folks, let me just say this. If you are a Raiders fan, you will not want to miss tomorrow night's event. Okay? If you're a football fan in general, you will not want to miss tomorrow night's event. Okay? So that's a little clue. So Raiders, I expect Raider Nation to come out tomorrow night.
Absolutely.
And George Miklos, I'm talking to you, Mr. Raider Nation.
And wear your Raiders gear.
Yeah, wear your Raiders gear. I'll be in my Giants gear. So I'll be easy to pick. Well, maybe not. Anyway, on that note, let's go to our bottom of the hour break. We're going to get into the specifics of tomorrow night here with Victor. The Victor B Cohen, and it's Cohen with a C, by the way, not like my other friend Phil Cohen, who spells it with a K. Right. Foundation. Check it up online. Check out what's going on. And we'll see you tomorrow night. But more with that and what's going on right after this.
To drop off or pick up a package across town, but you don't have time? Did you leave an item at an Uber or friend's house and need it back ASAP? You name it, and we can pick it up and deliver it to any destination in the Las Vegas or Henderson area the same day. Express services are also available. Rates as low as $12. Visit blazingcouriers.com or call 877-371-9817 or text 702-429-7418. That's blazingcouriers.com.
Heart of Polynesia invites you to join the fun for their 10th annual Luau of the Fall on October 20th. The event will be held at the Magical Castle Banquet Hall located at 4339 Corporate Center Drive, Suite 100. There will be wonderful music, beautiful costumes, great traditional foods, and high-energy performances. Tickets are now available in advance by calling Tusi at 702-497-4398. That's 702-497-4398. Doors will open at 3 p.m. Tickets are going fast for the 10th annual Fall Luau hosted by Heart of Polynesia. Get your tickets today by calling Tusi at 702-497-4398. Mahalo. Are you looking for someone to provide training to your sales staff? Do you need a motivational speaker about how to handle change? Do you have an upcoming event that needs an MC to handle those responsibilities? Well, look no further than longtime Las Vegas radio personality Aaron Phillips. I am local to Las Vegas, and I can blend my talents with any audience. For more information, please visit www.aaronphillipsvoice.com and book me for your next event or training needs. All right, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. Facebook must have been listening in on our conversation because Facebook Business, because I post all that stuff.
Yeah.
They're asking me to boost the post that I did, and it shows up with the helmet that we were just talking about.
I know.
Anyway, welcome back to Aaron's Hour. My guest this morning, Victor B. Cohen. I'll tell you what, you may remember him as a Bengal from the late 1990s, middle to late, but you know what? Right now, I want you to know him as the founder and doing great things here in Las Vegas and really across the country, but mostly now in Vegas with the Victor B. Cohen Foundation. And tomorrow night, 6 to 9 p.m. at Samba Lattes at Boca Park is the first annual backpack and school supply drive. And the target, as he mentioned earlier, is between 500 and 600 packages of donations to help support an elementary school. Now, I know you and I were talking online, and you did not divulge who the school is, but
I'll make
identified
the announcement tomorrow.
Okay, that's cool. So if you want to find out what school is being helped, and it doesn't matter where it is, people think maybe if it's in Summerlin, they don't need help. Let me tell you, as someone who has a spouse that's in the school district, all schools in all parts of this town need help. They have students in each student body and whose families are not comfortable.
Put it this way, if I had an opportunity, I'd help all the elementary schools.
I know you would. I bet you would. There's no doubt in my mind. There's no doubt in my mind that you would do that and step out for all of them. So that'll be announced tomorrow night. Okay, let's talk about, though, I mean, we know what a school backpack drive is, just come bring the stuff. But let's talk about some other things and ways you're raising funds. You got some silent auction items that I think the NFL Hall of Fame in Canton, Ohio, doesn't even have this stuff.
Absolutely. Well, first and foremost, if you're a Raiders fan, so I have an autographed Raiders Legends helmet with 9 legendary Raiders players. And, you know, I'm not going to say the names, but if you want to see the names, you need to come to the event, and you can bid on it because it could be yours. After tomorrow night, it could be yours, and it's going to be sitting in your wall of fame.
There you go. Now, all winning bids will be announced tomorrow night as well at the end of the event?
Absolutely.
So if you're going to bid on it, now if someone has to leave and they bid and they win, you will contact them, right?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Well, they're going to take it home that night.
No, but if let's say they get there at 6 or 7 and they put a bid and something happens, they have to leave?
It'll have to be at the end of the night.
Oh, so everything will be
Yes.
called at, okay.
End of the night.
Okay, so they have to stay through the event then till 9 o'clock.
It's only 3 hours.
No, I get that. Okay, cool. So you have to be there at the time your bid is announced in order to actually go home with it. So I think that's a fair
And I
deal.
also have a Raiders collage, which is for silent auction.
Pictures?
Yeah.
Are they autographed?
No.
Just pictures?
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's framed. It's
Sure.
It's very nice. It has all the current players in it.
Okay.
So that's also another Raiders silent auction
Okay.
item.
I wonder why we're doing Raiders. Can anybody guess why?
I wonder why.
Does 2020 ring a bell?
Absolutely. So the next item I have is an NFL helmet, which it has 18 legendary NFL legends autographed.
And we're talking quarterbacks.
Quarterbacks.
I saw the list. I reposted that. So check my page, check Victor's page. He posted the picture and listed the names of the people on the helmet. Why don't you just throw a few names out?
Well, you know what? Actually, the last picture I posted, because I also have an NFL Hall of Fame helmet.
Oh, maybe that's
autographed.
it.
That's
That's
the
the
Hall
one.
of Fame helmet that you saw.
Right, okay.
I
Who's on
mean-
that helmet? Throw a few names out on that
Oh, my
one.
God. I mean, Brett Favre, Roger Staubach, you know.
When you played for the Bengals, was Boomer Esiason your quarterback?
No, I came after him.
Oh, okay. So who's your quarterback? I don't. Do you want to?
Let me tell you something. We were so bad.
It doesn't
I
matter.
couldn't buy a win back
It doesn't.
then.
I was going to say because I was going to ask if he signed the helmet, but I knew the answer. Right?
No, it's got like Troy Aikman.
Yeah.
You know,
All these
a lot
Hall of
of
Famers.
the legendary quarterbacks.
That's great. And now the proceeds for
Terry Bradshaw. I mean, you know,
Terry. I like Terry as a comic. He's funny as all. I got a quick story. He actually motivated me. I was having some issues a number of years ago with some depression after my mom died and everything. And Terry Bradshaw's situation was very public after all of his divorces and stuff. I read a quick article about how when the camera goes off, he goes into this dark place. But when the camera comes on, he's lively of what we see on TV.
That happens with every actor.
Absolutely.
Or every athlete. That happens.
But he was suffering from depression because of all the divorces and pressures. And I read that article, and I was kind of going through the same thing. I was a state officer for Kiwanis and whatnot. Mm-hmm. Reading that article actually helped convince me to go seek help.
That's good.
And I actually sent Terry Bradshaw a message stating my story and my history. Terry, I still haven't heard back from you. That was 18 years ago.
Well, I want to say something funny about Terry. No, this is no pun intended.
Okay.
I think he needs to shave his hair off.
I agree.
And stop holding on to the rest of what he has.
Absolutely.
Shave it off.
Listen, it can't look any worse than this, okay? Shave it off.
And then we all look like we go to the same barber.
Exactly. We're dropouts from Blue Man Group auditions. That's
he would look good with a shaven head. He's just hanging on to it.
When he wore that toupee, that was terrible.
Yeah.
That was nasty stuff. But I agree with the shaved head.
Just shave it off, bro. Just shave. It's time to shave it off. Just let it go.
Absolutely. That's too funny you mention that. But I agree. But but he never replied to me, and I was very disappointed that I never replied to my message. But anyway,
I want to talk about the backpack drive. So if you are a Raiders fan, I have one of the current Raiders receivers coming.
Current on the roster.
Yes.
Okay. Dare I ask?
Martavis Bryant.
Wow. Huge. Martavis Bryant's going to be live tomorrow night.
Yeah, he'll be there signing pictures.
Cool.
Nice. Taking, signing autographs and stuff like that.
All right,
so
that's
he'll be
excellent.
there.
Man, Martavis Bryant's going to be there, Raider Nation. Samba Lattes tomorrow, 6 to 9 p.m. Bring your donations, backpack, school supplies. Remember, our goal is to get to at least 500 to 600 packages to donate. The funding that you're going to receive from all the silent auction items and everything, that's going to go into the foundation. Is that correct?
Well,
we have
a GoFundMe page, which is GoFundMe.com. There's a / T as in Tom, V as in Victor, B as in Boy, C as in Charles, F as in Frank. So GoFundMe.com / TVBCF. And the initials for the foundation.
And the funds that you receive are going back into the foundation for other programs that you support.
Yes.
Stuff. Nothing administrative.
No.
Because people always worry about that when they make financial donations. Folks, this is going right back into the foundation.
100%.
So that it can support other organizations in town. So
right now my focus is 100%, for the kids.
Absolutely.
And to help empower the kids and get them positioned to have a productive school year.
When do you plan on distributing the collected items?
Well, as you know, the school year doesn't start next month.
Correct.
So I have to plan ahead. So I have to get. What I like to do is have each of the backpacks imprinted with my foundation logo.
Okay.
And I have a global hashtag, ladies and gentlemen. It's the hashtag T as in Tom, V as in Victor, B as in Boy, C as in Charles, F as in Frank. That's uppercase and lowercase cares. So if you want to keep up to date with what we're doing with the foundation, follow that hashtag. And some of that is affiliated with my new cap line called the 9Cap Project, which supports the initiatives of the foundation.
Excellent. And my friend George has jumped on and is watching. So I just sent him a message. I expect to see it tomorrow night. Mr. Raider Nation, George, you're going to be there tomorrow night.
If you're a Raiders fan, you got to be there.
Absolutely.
But most importantly, buy an inexpensive backpack and some school supplies. You know what the kids need: rulers, pencils,
everything,
papers. All what the kids use currently these days.
Now, as a coattail to the 9, you can go to the 99-cent store to get a lot of these supplies.
There you go.
Target on Buffalo and Washington, not Target, Kmart. Sorry, Target. Kmart, that store's closing as part of their national closings across the country. And I know their stuff across the stores is right now on sale for 30% off.
Absolutely.
So if you're looking for a place to get quantities, which we hope you do, you can go to 99-cent store, go to the Kmart, go wherever you can, and get your stuff and bring it down tomorrow night. I had a question about tomorrow night. When you deliver the backpacks, when all that's in, I know you and I will talk, and let's coordinate when that date is, because if I can, I'd love to come down. We'll Facebook Live the handout and everything.
Well, I'm going to have some media covers there also.
Okay. Then
it's going to be huge.
I'll just show up and have fun then.
Yeah, I'm going to have definitely.
Good.
When you supply a whole entire elementary school
you
with
would think
backpacks,
so.
the media will be there.
Absolutely.
One thing that's kind of disturbing, as I was putting together this whole backpack drive, we contacted I sent a press release out to some local media outlets.
Right.
And some of them came back saying that this was not newsworthy. Are you kidding me right now? How can this not be newsworthy?
It's crazy.
So Channel 13 came, they came through for us. I was on Channel 13,
right.
promoting, the actual camp right now and the backpack drive.
Right.
And so I was very gracious for them So shout out to Leslie Marine, the reporter, anchor there.
Absolutely. Thank you, Channel 13, for supporting. That is great that you did that. It's crazy what news stations and organizations consider newsworthy nowadays. You know, we're so inundated with all the negative stuff that you would think they'd want. Unfortunately, negative press sells, not good stories.
Let me tell you, I'm a real big advocate of law of attraction.
Absolutely.
And so that's part of the reason why I don't watch a lot of TV, because when you see all this negative stuff on TV, I'm like, you know, it's just, that's your focus.
Right. It consumes you after a while.
How about talk about the good things that's happening in the community,
Absolutely.
what I'm doing.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
To help inspire people to come together collectively as a unit.
Absolutely.
To help.
And the great thing about Vegas, with the right cause, Vegas does come together well for community. I mean, we can think about the shooting last year and how the community came together. You know, lives have been lost. We support families. So this is another opportunity for the Las Vegas community to come together to help our elementary level students here in Vegas get that extra help that they need to start the school year right.
The at-risk and underprivileged, you know, I'm in position to help them. That's what I want to do.
Absolutely. So if you can't make it tomorrow night, like I said on my post yesterday, please message me through Facebook, my email. You can email me direct at Aaron Phillips, LV2018 at gmail.com. If you can't make it tomorrow night, but you want to make a donation of items, reach out to me and we'll make the donation and I'll get it over to Victor.
Or better yet, you can go to the foundation website, which is tvbcf.org. There's a donate button on the homepage, and you can make your contribution, which is tax deductible. We're a 501c3.
Perfect.
So everyone who's coming to the event tomorrow, you know, I'll give you a receipt for your donations, and you can use that for your tax purposes.
There you go. It's a win-win all across the board.
Absolutely. We're helping the kids, and, you know, you save on your taxes.
So what are the kids doing today at your camp when you get up there?
Well, since it's a final week, it's 200% effort. So,
do you make them do burpees?
Oh, yeah. Burpees, mountain climbers, back pedals, karaokes. I mean, you name it.
Karaoke? You make them sing in class?
No, karaoke. Oh, are you serious right now? It's a foot drill.
Oh, okay.
Over, under, you know.
I caught him. I got him.
I forgot you were a comedian.
Oh, I hate burpees. I hated doing them in football. I hate them now in CrossFit, but I do them but they are good. They are great overall exercise for cardio and for physical without using weights.
Well, you know, great for the opening of the hips.
Right.
It increases the footwork. And you know what the cool thing about this camp is it positions the kids to excel at any sport.
Right.
You know, that's the important thing.
Absolutely.
So they learn a lifetime experience.
A lifetime of discipline. Not physically as well as mentally as well.
One more thing I wanted to touch on.
Please.
I also educate the kids on the nutritional aspect, you know, at their early age, because it's important because, as you know, the food quality is not that great.
No, not anymore. And the choices for foods nowadays, the not so good ones are much easier to get than the healthier ones.
Because I'm also a fitness expert with over 20 years of experience. I have my personal training company, Body Illusions, Inc.
Right.
So if you want to check out that website, it's BIILV.com.
There you go.
And another thing, I'm also the fitness expert for Power 88.1, the radio station here.
There you go.
So I'm on every Wednesday with the morning crew.
Excellent. So you could do the health thing over there. You'll do football reports with me then during the football season.
Well, like I said, we got plans.
Yes, we do. No, we do. We do. Victor has laid out a future that is quite impressive and one that I fully support. And listen, if you don't know, if you had no idea who Victor was before today's interview, and first of all, you've been living in a cave. But if you haven't, you're going to learn real quickly just how open-hearted this man is to do what he does because, A, he chooses to, and B, because now he can, and he wants to give back to the community. And I believe deep down we're all on this earth to help others in some fashion.
Absolutely. And I'm also an actor.
Are you really?
Oh, yeah.
What was the latest gig you did?
Well, I did This Is Us on NBC in January.
No way.
Yes.
What episode was it? Because I watched that religiously.
It was I think it was the casino. It was.
when they went to Vegas. When they
yeah,
came to Vegas.
Yeah, went to Vegas
oh, that's
episode.
Awesome.
Yeah.
When the husband
party.
and the wife went up there to get away.
We filmed that at the Hard Rock.
So what did you have in that role there? What did you do?
Well, I was basically.
Now I got to go back and watch it.
I was team 2, which is background.
Okay.
And so I was in the main scene with some of the main characters.
Nice.
That's awesome.
So I had a blue sport coat on, so you can't miss my bald, shiny head.
Now I have to go back and watch it. I got to pull the episode up and say, hey, I know that guy. That's excellent.
Well, listen. Last year I did an episode with The Rock. I did an episode of Ballers.
Oh, that's awesome. I love
Yeah,
that show.
yeah.
That show.
So, and then I also, did some trailers, and last
I
year.
like The Rock. I'd love someday.
The
to
Rock
meet
is
him.
cool, but I think I can take him.
Oh, that's awesome.
I think I can. I
love
can see
that.
myself.
Okay.
I can see myself in the movie with The Rock, me and him going at it.
Yeah. All right.
Because I was actually sizing him up when I saw him. I'm like, yeah, I
Kevin,
got this.
I sent an invite to Kevin Cross to come on the show. I'm waiting for him to reply. But Kevin Cross, and we have the DeFalcos here in town,
Yeah.
and I Am Funny Bone is in town.
Yep.
We may have some connections to maybe
Get
because
you in
I'd
the
pay to see that.
Get you in the professional wresling industry.
Oh my goodness, that would be fun. But I admire what The Rock does as well. I mean, he's the richest actor I think out there, was just reported. But what he does to give back also to communities,
Yeah, he's
not
doing
bad
some
either.
incredible things
He
out
is.
there.
And
So as I'm building my brand, I'm gonna do the same thing.
Good. That's great. And the best part is you're homegrown right here in Las Vegas at this point to do all of this.
Yes, sir.
And that's great. Listen, I know you got to run, so I'm gonna bail you out and not do the getting to know you segment where I ask you rapid fire questions like what's your favorite music genre and things like that. So, what kind of music do you like?
I like country. That's it.
Really?
That's awesome.
You're a country guy?
Not.
Not.
It was a joke.
Oh, no. All right, listen, he's got to run off to take care of the kids. Victor, my friend, thank you for coming on today. I appreciate it.
Thank you.
We'll definitely see you
so
tomorrow
I
night.
wanted to say one more
Please.
thing. So Las Vegas is the flagship for getting a lot of things started,
Right.
but I will be taking my foundation national.
Wonderful. Yes.
And globally.
Globally. Yep.
So remember the hashtag.
Give it again.
TVBCF cares. Hashtag TVBCF cares.
Where can someone get the hat with that on there? Because it's on the side of the hat.
Well, they can contact me directly on Facebook, but
Okay.
I do have a website for the cap line coming out. It's called the9cap.com.
You got-
so
you got-
number 9cap.com.
You have any laying at home right now that you can bring me one tomorrow night?
Absolutely.
All right.
I got you. I got you covered.
I know you do. Thank you. I'll wear 9 proudly. There you go. All right. We're going to head out. He's got to head off to the camp. You're listening to Aaron's Hour. We'll figure out what to do in the last segment, Danny. You and I can handle 8 minutes or so, right?
Yeah.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back right after this.
How many times have you looked back at your staff and wished there was a better way to know how well they'll perform at their position? Over time, how much money have you wasted on the wrong hire? Guess what? There's a better way. Upside Business Solutions gives you the tools to understand how your staff will reach peak performance. Other personality assessments, such as DISC, Myers-Briggs, and StrengthsFinder, does not tell you how someone will perform. Upside Business Solutions uses the Colby assessment to identify the natural way an individual will take action. With this assessment, the candidate will have the natural ability to meet the job expectations you establish to find the best hire. Contact Vicki at 702-506-2960 to schedule a consultation. Mention Aaron's Hour and receive 15% off a Colby A assessment. When you're ready to uncover the mystery of human performance, call Vicki at 702-506-2960 to help bring out the best in your people. Have you recently looked outside your home at your landscaping and thought, it's almost that time of year to start cleaning up, but then reality hits you and you realize that you just don't have the time you want to work on it? Thankfully, there's a solution. Martinez Lawn Service is ready to help. Serving the Las Vegas Valley for over 15 years, Martinez Lawn Service can help you design, build, and maintain your functional landscape. From simple yard cleanup, trimming, and sprinkler repair to designing desert and water-smart landscapes for you to enjoy and entertain guests. So what are you waiting for? Visit them on their website at martinez-lawn-service.com or call them in their office today at 702-373-0643 for a free estimate to see your vision come to life. Call 702-373-0643. Martinez Lawn Service, over 15 years of service and experience. Call today, 702-373-0643.
Heart of Polynesia, founded in 2008, keeps the Polynesian culture alive amongst the community by introducing those traditions to all ages and backgrounds. Heart of Polynesia strives to be a full-service cultural center in Las Vegas. They host and perform luau's, cultural events, birthday parties, wedding parties, and many other private and public events. For more information, visit them on the web at www.heartofpolynesia.com or call Tusi at 702-497-4398. For a taste of Polynesian culture, call Heart of Polynesia at 702-497-4398. Mahalo. All right, welcome back to Aaron Phillips. We're wrapping up the first hour. Victor B. Cohen. Man, I'll tell you what. If that doesn't inspire you to know what can be done to help others in a community, then I don't know what you're listening to. But if you can make it out tomorrow night at Sumbalates, would be a tremendous opportunity to help out the kids, as well as meeting some current Raider. Martavius Bryant will be out there, current receiver, and then just a bit on those items he has for silent auction. Are you kidding?
There's some cool stuff.
Those things alone are Hall of Fame worthy. Just the Hall of Fame may want them just to put on their shelf. Who knows?
Right.
All right. So what I want to do, you know, I love lists, and I always start the second hour with a list. But with the change with Victor having to leave a little early, I dug out a list. We were talking about shows that he was on. This Is Us and Baller with The Rock on HBO. It got me to thinking. I found a story a couple of weeks ago, and I just saved it for the right opportunity. Here's the title of the story, and we'll have some fun with this. The 10 best and 5 worst TV series finales of all time.
Oh, okay.
All right? So some of these have been on regular TV, some have been on cable channels, but I'm sure every show is just about known. So let's start with the best, okay? Number 1 may surprise people from HBO, 6 Feet Under.
Oh, that's a great show. Me and my wife watched that.
It was recognized as the number one best series finale.
Finale. It was very satisfying. There were a lot of loose ends tied up nicely.
Yeah. That's the way finale should be.
Yeah.
You know? Number 2 is Newhart.
That's my favorite of all time. That's the
where
best.
He wakes up in bed of the old Newhart show.
The best TV show ending of all time.
Here's one of my favorites, and I watched this in reruns, and I started binge watching this a few weeks ago, MASH.
Oh, that's another good one. Yeah.
You know, that was a great show. You know, that's one of those series, at least it was for me, that when you watch it, it was sort of like when the shuttle blew up. You just kind of know where you were, what you were doing.
The entire country stopped for that. Mm-hmm. That was what was on TV. That's what everybody did that night.
Correct. And I think I may be wrong, but it may hold the record for the number one, like the most viewed show of all time or something. So it's still up there. Number 4, here's another classic, The Mary Tyler Moore Show.
Yep, that's another really
that's
popular.
Another great one. Number 5, on the Sci-Fi Channel, Battlestar Galactica.
Didn't watch that show,
no.
But I know a lot of people are crazy big fans.
Absolutely. Number 6 on HBO again was The Sopranos.
Now, a lot of people say that's the worst ending of the show. Yeah, it was really controversial.
Okay.
How it ended. I loved how it ended. A lot of people were angry.
They actually, in the byline, it says, according to the person who wrote this, the only bad thing you can say about The Sopranos is that it pushed the saturation of Journey's Don't Stop Believin' to the breaking point in the years that followed.
Yeah, big ending. I loved it, though, but a lot of people hated it.
Yeah, exactly. Number 7 from FX, The Shield, where Michael Chiklis was that cop.
Here, that's a really good show. I never got into it.
It was. And it was kind of funny watching him in that role because he did a TV comedy series called The Commish.
Commish, I remember the Commish.
So to see him go from that to that, and then he physically lost a lot of weight from that
role. The Commish,
too.
like you said, was a little more lighthearted.
Correct.
The Shield was like gritty. It was intense.
It was sort of Chicago PD before Chicago PD in a way. So number 8, Cheers.
Yeah, I like the ending of that one.
Yeah, Ted Danson and company. Number 9, which recently just ended, was Breaking Bad on AMC.
Very good ending. Love the way that show ended.
On FX, this was a relatively new show. Number 10 was The Americans. I never watched it.
It's one of my favorite shows.
Okay,
yeah,
so that just ended.
Also, a very good finale. Yeah, really good finale.
Here you go. The top 5 worst series finales, okay? Number 1, I started watching this show early on in its run, more out of curiosity, but I never really watched the series.
Okay.
How I Met Your Mother.
Okay, I never watched that show, but I've heard people are not a fan of the finale.
Yeah, exactly. And who knows? And here's another one that does fall into that number 2, because I watched this, was the finale of Seinfeld.
Yeah, that's the same as like The Sopranos. It was a lot of people loved it, a lot of people hated it.
Right. A show about nothing ended with nothing.
With nothing.
So, and what else would you expect there, right? Number 3, a show that I loved and I thought the end got a little silly, Lost on ABC.
Lost, yeah. Everybody was confused by Lost.
Forward time, real time, back time, Jack, who knows
There's a new show on HBO called Westworld.
Yes.
And it's very much in the vein of Lost. It's just it feels like the show is just more about confusing the audience than it is about telling a story.
That's crazy. You know, have some direction, will you please? Number 4 from Showtime was Dexter.
Dexter,
remember that show?
Yeah, one of the Dexter, the guy, the
Right.
lead, was in 6 Feet Under.
That's
so
right.
he had the best ending of a series and the worst. So.
That's right. He covered both ends of the
Right.
spectrum. And number 5 from Warner Brothers TV was the TV show Charmed.
Charmed, never.
About
I
the
knew
witches.
of it, yeah,
Yep.
but never watched
Alyssa
it.
Milano was one of the originals,
Yeah,
and all
that's
of
a
that
big
stuff.
show in the Comic-Con circuit. Like
Yes.
a lot of the people from the show make appearances, and
Yeah.
it's got a cult following.
Absolutely. And I thought I saw something recently, and I may be wrong with this, that a station is going to be possibly rebooting Charmed.
Sure.
And bringing it back.
They're bringing back Murphy Brown.
Murphy Brown, Magnum
Yeah.
PI.
I hear it's my favorite show of all time.
Right.
I hear rumblings of a West Wing reboot.
Really?
I love the West Wing. It's
Wow.
my favorite show of all time, and I hear that they want to reboot it. Aaron Sorkin, who wrote and created it,
Right.
actually talked about presidency where Sterling K. Brown is the president. Randall from
wow.
This Is Us.
Yeah. Oh,
it was
man.
him kind of like fantasy booking it.
Sure,
but
sure.
But he did it, and he said it in a magazine interview. So
That would be cool.
I would love it.
That would be very cool. So that's pretty much it for that list. I thought that was interesting to share
Yeah.
the coattail since we were talking about TV series.
Sure.
So let me just remind everybody, the Victor B. Cohen Foundation tomorrow night, Samba Latte, July 24th from 6 to 9 p.m. Former wide receiver of the Raiders, Martavius Bryant, will be live there tomorrow night taking pictures, signing autographs. There'll be silent auction items with helmets of Hall of Famers, Raiders players, past, present, the whole shebang.
Yeah.
But more importantly, the foundation is trying to raise enough supplies for 500 to 600 students.
Entire elementary
An
school.
entire elementary school.
That's
So
huge.
please, by all means, if you can come down, that would be great. We'd love to see you tomorrow night for all the
And
festivities.
support him. He's got a big heart. Big
Oh,
heart
man.
for and we need more people like him in the community.
Absolutely. Absolutely. All right, with that, hour number 1 is in the books. Now, you talk about a change of gears. my hour number 2 guest is Dustin Wax. He happens to be the executive director of the Burlesque Museum here in Las
Oh,
Vegas.
boy.
Which
I'm
recently
excited.
opened, by the way.
Yeah.
Back
the
in April.
sponsor here on the show.
I
Yeah.
heard Renee talk about tickets and earlier today, so they have some tickets available to get into the museum. So we'll talk with Dustin about that, the origin, and we'll have some fun with burlesque. What else would you think about for Vegas?
Right.
With that, we're going to step aside for the rest and the news break at the top of the hour. Don't go anywhere. Hour number 2 coming up right here on KSHP 1400 AM, Las Vegas.
Like painted kites, the days and nights, they went flying by. The world was new beneath the blue umbrella sky. Then softer than a piper man, one day it called to you. And I lost you to the summer wind. The autumn wind and the winter wind have come and they have gone. And still the days, those lonely days,
It's the Vegas Bowl, Tuesday morning at 10 on AM 1400, KSHP North Las Vegas, and KSHP.com.